Well, what have we here, huh? Oh, looks like all these orcs are a little racist. Is it because I'm Khajiit? I guess so. Well, anyways, this is a place. What's up, Frostro Bros? Welcome back to the old Morrowind playthrough. As you can currently see, we are in the air, because, of course, in the last episode, we were making our way to the Cavern of the Incarnate, but I think it's time we take a little detour to go to a little place to do a little quest we started a few episodes ago, but have yet to complete. Of course, you may recognize this island, and you may recognize what's in front of me. Of course, if you don't immediately recognize it, I'm going to give y'all just one little hint, and it's right here in our journals, right here. So, yeah, you see it? Because I do. We're currently doing Sheogorath's quest. And this shack right here just so happens to be the shack of our favorite Argonian. So yeah, we're going to basically talk to Big Head, and then we're going to head down there to that area. But of course we're just going to talk to Big Head first. So you have come, I see you serve the master. He is good, oh yes, good to me. You have come seeking. Tell me, friend, what will you find? Giant bullnetch. Grandpa Netch, lovely fish, floating, floating. He has no eyes, but he sees you. He comes to visit, brings me cake to share. Dinner for all, tip your hat, he who shoulders all. Straight out of my door you will find him, straight through the door, into the other places. Fork of Horrorplation? What about that? The Fork of Horrorplation, it sings to me. Oh yes, sings like the rocks sing. Songs of weeping, songs of leaping. Do you weep, stranger? You've come to take it, will you? Will it take you? Will you weep? Weep like the rocks. It is here, take it. It will, if you will. I cannot read that. It is making me go crazy trying to read that. Okay, well anyways, here's the Fork of Horrorplation. It's a powerful magic item, but of course it only costs like 1 gold and does like 1 to 3 damage. It's a very, very weak weapon. It is honestly designed that way. It also drains your mana entirely. But other than that, in the shack, you have a bunch of spears and halberds, and a whole assortment of just different spears and halberds. So if you're using the spears, like if you're using spears as a skill, this may be the place for you, because it makes sense since this guy's an Argonian. Maybe later I'll actually do a Big Head video where I actually play as Big Head and use a Fork of Horrorplation as my weapon. But anyways, we're just going to make our way to the giant bullnetch to basically hunt him down. He is our kill after all. And this here's a great hunt. Of course, this here is a giant netch. I'm pretty sure this is the giant bullnetch. We'll just have to see, and yep, giant bullnetch. Says it right there. Anyways, we've got a cliff racer over here, so we're just going to take him out. This is why I pick archery, to be able to take out cliff racers from afar. Of course, this cliff racer decided to get up all in my face, so I'm just going to show him that I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Ha ha ha, get it? Tricks up my sleeve? I'm a magician. Oh, I amuse myself. Anyways, we're going to save up right here, and we're going to try and stab ourselves a netch. Let's see if we can do it from this mushroom to try and make things easier. Of course, this giant bull netch actually hurts you a lot less than other netches, and has like less spells and stuff. So he's actually a lot easier to fight, and of course we can't really attack him from this mushroom, so we're going to have to go for a jumping attack, it seems like. Maybe from here? No, we can't do it from there. We're gonna have to jump off something bigger, like this mushroom. Okay. Jump past, okay, and now he's chasing us, but of course he's stuck on a mushroom. That's just great. We're going to have to get him unstuck from a giant mushroom, just so we can actually fight him. That's honestly kind of hilarious. I think that's, like, plays into a bit of the madness, despite the fact that this is probably unintentional. The fact that the giant bullfinch I'm meant to be hunting got unintentionally stuck in a frickin' giant mushroom and is now just there, essentially. That's funny. Anyways, I'm going to whip out my bow now, or at least try and see what all I got. I got this belt here that's going to give me a little bit of agility and health increase. That's right, I forgot that I was going to do that. Anyways, other than that, with that increased agility, I'll be able to use my bow better and hit more often, and I'll be able to use my Fork of Horriblation and hit more often. I'll just use this bow to basically lure him over. Looks like he got unstuck, but of course he's still trying to navigate towards us. Alright. And you know what? Honestly, let's just see how well this fork does damage-wise. And it looks like I'm gonna actually hit him, and of course he's not doing much damage to me. But it looks like I'm gonna have to use my ebony short sword to lower his health. Of course, Lord Sheogorath doesn't know what weapons I'm using to lower his health. He only knows what weapon I'm using to land the finishing blow, which is going to be the Fork of Horriblation. And now that I got his health low enough, I'm just going to stab at him until this giant bullfinch falls from the sky. Of course, gotta reactivate my belt, so that way I get more passive health increase. That's actually a very useful belt right there. I like that as a quest reward for going through Kogaroon. That was honestly worth it. Alright. And that's the giant bullfinch dead. We got a mud crab here. Looks like it's time to kill ourselves a mud crab with the Fork of Horriblation. He chose to be a victim. And that's a diseased mud crab slain. I'm just going to make the thumbnail real quick. And yeah, that will do fine. That will do just fine right there. Anyways, that's this guy dealt with. I got really not much else to do other than explore onwards. I'm going to rest on up real quick. And yeah, time to venture off into the great unknown. And I will catch you all at the Cave of the Incarnate. Of course, I did this quest, and as you can see, I got the quest update there. Anyways, I'm now going to make my way to the Cavern of the Incarnate. And yeah, after a long and treacherous trip, I have made it. It is currently dawn, so the door should be open. As you can see, it was a very long trip. It's around about this region here, essentially. And yeah, we're just going to walk up to the door. And that's some voice acting. Love it, love it. And this here is it. This here is the Shrine of Azura Part 2. The first part of the Shrine of Azura is the main one you can find on Azura's coast. That's kind of like a no-duh. But this one is the Cave of the Incarnate, which has the Moonistar ring. And you'll actually see that the ring spins when I'm away, but stops the second I'm close. That's actually cool. Alright, enough playing around with that. Time to grab the ring in 3, 2...
Nerevar Reborn, Incarnate. Your first 3 trials are finished. Now, 2 new trials lie before you. Seek the Ashlander Ashcans and the Great House Councillors. 4 tribes must name you Nerevarine. 3 houses must name you Hortator. My servant, Nabane Mesa, shall be your guide. And when you are Hortator and Nerevarine, when you have stood before the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, heal my people and restore Morrowind. Do this for me, and with my blessing.
And yeah, that was another vision we just got from Azura. And as you can see, we now bear the sigil of the moon and star. Alright. And yeah, we're going to need to equip that ring, so I'm sorry, Caius Casades, I'm taking your ring off to replace it with the Sigil of the Moon and Star. Now I have the Mentor's ring and the Moon and Star. There we go. And of course the Moon and Star is going to increase our speechcraft by 5. And... okay. Could have swore it increased my mercantile by 5 as well. Where is my mercantile? I'm not quite seeing it. Okay, I'm not quite seeing it yet. Okay, that's weird. I don't see any increases on mercantile. Where is... oh, that's mercantile. It's not increased. Oh, it increases personality and speechcraft. That's right, I completely forgot about that. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, you can actually talk to all these ghosts here, and they'll actually give you a lot of gifts. So, of course, y'all can pause at any point, but essentially we're going to talk about false gods, of course. Like, there's a lot of information you can get from these ghosts, including false gods, not the one, Hortator, and basically all these ghosts have different stories, and all these ghosts are like past Nerebrines who obtained the Sigil of the Moon and Star, but then when they were on their quest, they failed at an earlier point, and the Moon and Star ring returned to the statue each time. So in theory, if your character were to die now, your ring would return to the statue and you would become a ghost here. And you would have magic artifacts like the travel stained pants to give to other people. Of course, there's a lot of gifts here. You can just take all the different gifts here. There's of course skill books. You can read those. There's like a total of 2 skill books you can read, and there's a bunch of different like objects such as maces and axes and spears and those kind of weapons, you know. Stuff you may want to use as a warrior build. There's also different forms of clothing and enchanted items and basically a whole lot of loot. And of course, after I'm done with this, I'm actually going to have all the loot nice and compiled, and it's going to sit in a nice neat little corner. Of course, I'm nice and over encumbered, but yeah, I'm going to get all this stuff put in a nice neat pile, and once I do that, I'll get a nice screenshot of it. Anyways, it's just me trying to get this stuff organized. But anyways, after a while I got it into a nice pile. This is every item you get, and yeah, that's gonna do it for the rest of this video. Catch you all in the next one.